of her talking, both recently and a few months ago. That's weird. Her eyes are yellow. I'm sorry, but if you don't see what's wrong with these, you don't have discernment. They are literally reptilian. They're up and down like almonds, and they're yellow. I mean, you don't have to have sharp discernment to look at these and be like,
"Hell is sharp discernment." I don't know what that is. That sounds like something that, you know, and remember, she's like the lady that's saying that Erika Kirk is a reptilian humanoid. Just want to throw that out there, and she is saying that if you can't see that she's a reptilian humanoid, you don't hear from the magical undead carpenter ghost inside your heart good. So, let's take that for what you will. Holy shit. This has gotten insane. So, yeah, we're gonna be looking into even more Charlie Kirk conspiracies. I'm sorry. I can't stop now. I can't. It's just, it's taken over everything. All right. Like I said, this is this is some lady. I don't know. I don't care what her name is. Doesn't matter. She is a conspiracy nut. I mean, she even has like flat Earth videos and stuff like that. That's how just far gone she is. But she is covering this whole Charlie Kirk thing. So, and she has quite the theory that you gotta hear. It's like you're not gonna believe it if I say it. So just hear it from the source.
The moment I saw the footage, I knew something was off. Never have we been allowed to watch things that are gory like that, nonetheless see them on the internet and spread through social media and been shown through the news prior to the Butler rally, which I also think was either fake or something was very wrong. And now all of a sudden, the mainstream media is
It's either fake, like just full out fake, just the whole thing fake. Like, and she says that other stuff is just fake. Like, I don't know what she means by that. Like, is it like an AI video that's not real or whatever? And all the people that claim to have been there or been around there, are they all lying? Like, whatever it is, because there's other stuff that she says is fake that's just like, okay, holy Lord.
jamming this down our throats. It's causing a ton of division. There are people with God-given discernment that are sensing that something is wrong with it, knowing what we know about the world stage, and then there are others who are quick to blindly follow anything that calls itself Christianity. We are just at the beginning of the deceptions.
Wow, that was weird. I did not see the second part coming. Which is like, and some people will blindly follow Christianity. Yeah, that's like, what? Isn't that you? Aren't you you're not the? She's like, I don't know. I am a Christian, but I don't just blindly follow though. Okay, I got it. You got to provide me the evidence of the reptilian humanoid lizard people that are ruling the planet with with the help of the Bigfoots overlords, because of the Greys are in talks with the Bigfoots to keep the Illuminati lizard people. I'm like, holy shit.
If you can't stop and take a second to analyze something or pray on it or ask God about it, you need to slow down. I'm just going to be honest, because you're going to be in trouble if you don't ask God about these things. This is just the beginning. I'm not going to show the things that have gone viral that are weird about it, like the book detailing it coming out the day before it happened, the GG rings, like the Freemason symbols, the yellow.
A book about it came out the day before it happened. I feel like somebody would have noticed that. That's not crazy. No, there was like a book about the assassination, and like, shit, we did it a day too early. Did you? Oh man, you can't release it the day before. We got to wait for the thing to happen, man. Oh my Kevin. God damn it. Right? They got a Kevin. That's what it is. They got their own Kevin.
hands. I'm not even going to bother covering that. We're going to look at his wife. So first of all, when she was 17 years old, she began working with the US military, specifically the Department of Defense and the Pentagon. Then she apparently got an invite to be in a pageant, which she immediately won, which is something that you have to train for like years. Like pageants are not as easy as they look. And
pageants? You have to train. Do you have to train for pageants? Pageants. That's the thing where you're just pretty or not. Like what? Like that's what?
that is where she started bumping shoulders with Trump and Epstein. And then Trump eventually introduced her to Charlie Kirk. Now, let me just say, this is not me trying to be insensitive or like not caring that people die. I don't believe that anything on the world stage is real, including all politics, including things like Joe Rogan, Candace Owens, Charlie Kirk. Even before these incidents, I didn't believe that any of them were
Like they're not real?
like people like us, you know.
They're not people like, well, I mean, they're not people like us. I mean, come on. It's, I mean, no, they're idiots. No, but I mean, don't put me and you in the same. You know what? People like me, forget it. You know what
I mean, because you just don't get that
They are people like you. I mean,
big with the type of opinions that we have. And notice how,
Wait,
yeah,
what?
Bill didn't believe that any of them were like people like us. You know what I mean? Because you just don't get that big with the type of opinions that we have. And notice how, yeah, they'll speak against Israel, but
What?
they all promote Catholicism very heavily and have Vatican ties. And
Oh, well, yeah, jeez, you found it, man. That's like, wow, you are paying attention to stuff. What the hell is she saying? She's like, she said that, you can't have opinions like us and get big. And it's like, I kind of feel like maybe she was a conspiracy theorist like 13 years ago, back like when I was. And it's like, no, you can't actually these days. You just mentioned Joe Rogan. You heard that, right? So like, but he's not a person like us, but he is like you because he has all the same conspiracy beliefs. What are you talking about?
honestly, I used to really like Candace Owens. I don't want this to be true, but you can't tell me that she does the research that she does and yet is a Catholic and married to a high-level Jesuit. I mean,
You can't you can't tell me she does the research that she does and is also Catholic and is married to a Jesuit. That's impossible. What?
really think about it. If you watch her episodes, she's having like people that are supposedly ex-CIA people like exposing the CIA's secrets to an audience of like 5 million. I don't think so. That's not going to happen. They're not going to allow that to happen. You know who else is trained by the Jesuit?
Wait, what? I'm saying like CIA secrets. She's to an audience of like 5 million. They're not going to let that happen. Who? The CIA? Do you see who like this stuff's run by these days? Like, I don't think I don't think they have anything to worry about. The government's kind of just gone down in flames in the past, year or whatever.
It's Erika Kirk. And isn't it interesting that she posted this long thing about life, weirdly enough, is a countdown you don't get forever.
Baba Ali's like, what are we talking about? Who the fuck? I don't fuck. We're all gonna figure out together because I have no idea.
August 20th. There's your disclosure. Charlie Kirk's usernames are Charlie Kirk 11. I know a lot of you guys have probably seen the 3 hats lined up where it adds up to 11, 11, 11.
Yep.
And then it makes 33 like on the shooting footage. So just take note of her eye color.
What was any of that? I love how it's crazy because they have like their own little language that they like speak to each other. We're like, no, I know you've seen the meme of the conspiracy. It's like, this number is like adds up to 33, which we all know. That's an Illuminati number. And like, what the fuck? No, I haven't seen any of that. Like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but it's crazy. I guarantee there are so many people in our audience like, yeah, no, I know. Let's move on. We already know all about the hat lining up stuff. Okay, give me the good stuff. Give me the new stuff. What do you got?
And what her eyes look like. And I'm going to show you some stills from videos of her talking, both recently and a few months ago. That's weird. Her eyes are yellow. I'm sorry, but if you don't...
Wait, hold on. I love these where we start doing the the picking apart the pictures thing is like my favorite thing conspiracy people do. It's really why I miss Gina. You know, where is Gina? Maria Colvin Hill. You know, I'm worried about her. Did the CIA get to her? I don't know. Just saying. I think she got too close.
And I'm going to show you some stills from videos of her talking, both recently and a few months ago. That's weird. Her eyes are yellow.
What? Well, her eyes are yellow. Okay. Sure. What are these things?
I'm sorry, but if you don't see what's wrong with these, you don't have discernment.
They're blurry. I do have this. I can discern blurry pictures from non-blurry pictures.
They are literally reptilian. They're up and down like almonds.
It's blurry as fucking what? How do you see anything, man? Like this is. I can barely even make out that they are eyes. Holy shit!
And they're yellow. I mean, you don't have to have sharp discernment to look at these and be like, okay, this is weird. What? And when you go frame by frame, the majority of them, her teeth are like razor sharp.
Now she's got sharp teeth too. Like this. I mean, again, see, and this is like one of those things where you literally blur the lines, right? And then use suggestion. Right. So you can, she's literally making the picture blurry and then it's like, hey, look, see this. This is what you're looking at, you know, and that is just like our brains are so weird, like it, but it's amazing. And it works if you do stuff like that because your brain will start to just fill in all those little gaps, those little blur gaps, and see what she's seeing or seeing like, and you'll see like what she wants you to see as she's suggesting it, you know. It's just amazing.
This woman has like a perfect smile. You can't tell me that this is like just blurry footage or something.
I mean, it is just blurry footage, but like, what are you trying to say here? She has a perfect smile, but razor sharp teeth too? I'm very confused. Does she have, is she able to like do the vampire thing? Is that like what she's saying? Like she can just like do that thing where they like switch gear, you know, vampires like switch gears all of a sudden when they're like, oh, they figured out I'm a vampire. Now I can be ugly. And then they like go, they always hiss too for some reason. And then their teeth get all sharp, you know, in that moment. Is she trying to suggest that she's like that?
So this eye is yellow and that one's red.
I don't see yellow. Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, I just see a very poor, just pixels. I see lots of pixelated nonsense that I can't really make out.
And like reptilian.
No,
when she has bright.
Those are circles, dude. Like even I can at least make that out. I can at least make out the circles. That those are not the slits or whatever the hell.
Blue eyes. I didn't alter this footage. You could go and do this yourself. Just go to her Instagram and look at the footage
and make them real blurry. And then try to look at them. Because like, why aren't you looking at the clear pictures then, dude? Like if because this looks like it's from like a magazine or something. There's letters here. Like you're making it blurry on purpose and then like suggest it. Like it's so obvious.
And slow it down. The teeth again. Down. And this one was a few months ago, so way before the media surface. No.
They like caught her in like a drunk. That's oh my god, that's fake, dude. That looks like somebody like either messed with the footage or it's some kind of a glitch, but Jesus, I'm banking on they fucked with it.
Not only are the eyes really weird, but again, sharp teeth. And again, this woman has a perfect smile. When I searched up her name, I clicked an article and this was one of the photos that they featured. Look at her eye. It's completely darkened even though it's open. I know she's squinting, but her eye is completely dark.
What? What are you talking about? You caught her like mid wink or like mid, you know, like she's blinking right now. And then you caught her like halfway between the blink. And so, yeah, her eyes go, oh my God, unbelievable.
So then I looked through a couple of her stories. She went to the temple of Athena Nike in Greece, which I've been talking about. Athena is the whore of Babylon. And I do believe she's coming back.
Hey now, hey, come on now. Let's not, you know, let's not refer to women that way.
Captions it idol heaven on earth, and then goes over to the Acropolis, which they are rebuilding. They just put new elevators in. It's really, really weird. And when I was asking around why they are rebuilding it, everybody was acting shady and like I was like doing something wrong. She wrote, and when Apostle Paul...
I wonder how she was asking about this stuff. Why would they put elevators in the Acropolis? I don't know. Something stinks. Something stinks of conspiracy. She probably has like a beige trench coat with like a top hat on and glasses, and they're like, this lady's fucking weird. I don't know. I gotta go. I don't want to. Don't talk to that lady. I don't know what's wrong with her. She keeps asking weird questions, acting like we're not being honest with her or something. It's really strange.
Arrived in Athens and saw this place. He went down to Mars Hill right below and stood in the shadows of this exact altar. Again, you don't need crazy good discernment to be like, why is she saying that Paul stood in the shadows of the altar that's to Athena Nike, which is the whore of Babylon? That's in Acts 17, where he says God doesn't exist in a temple made by man. Why would she go up to the Acropolis and post these things? And if you look through her stories, she loves the Catholic Church, of course, all things that are like idol worship. Like, I mean, she literally wrote idol heaven. And Charlie Kirk had just recently called...
Wow, dude. Like, this is amazing. Honestly, this lady just trips me out just completely. Like, she is just so goddamn sure of herself. Like, she is so damn sure she's on to like a, something so damn secret. It's unreal. Like, asking, like, why would she want to go to the place where the Apostle Paul was and wrote about it in the Bible? And then you're a Christian going, why would you want to do that? Because she's a fucking satanic Catholic. That's why. I'll tell you what. What are you... Jesus.
For a full military occupation of American cities once they liberate DC. The last thing he posted before this happened was that we need an all-out war on crime or more innocents will die. And then the girl on the subway, which was very clearly like some kind of AI footage, people zoomed in. The guy wasn't even holding a weapon. Like, the whole thing was just really weird. There were people that pulled up different instances where it's the same exact girl, and they claimed that like she had like some kind of brutal death. She had a whole bunch of like pictures and videos where she had the MK Ultra stuff all over her, like the monarch butterflies and like doing like
the damn butterflies. That's what gave it away.
Hand symbols and stuff like that. And then her
hand symbols. Of course, that's the real way that we know stuff is actually going down is the hand symbols. It's the monarch butterfly thing.
Name, her last name doesn't exist. It was only her and one other person in the entire world that has that last name. The last name translates to from the ditch. The first name
is... What? You just said her last name doesn't exist, and then you said her last name is the same as only one other person on planet Earth with the last. Does the last name exist or not? Because if you're saying she's just a first name lady, that's pretty weird. But I don't really see, what's so scary about that. But that's not what she's saying. She's just like, oh, it's a last name that, that doesn't belong to anybody else. And so that means she's fake. I'm very confused.
The name of a Celtic goddess, which is fine, but it also means peace.
I like how she is like a Celtic goddess. No, it's kind of cool. I said a Celtic goddess. We all know. We all remember I did the video about how those goddesses are fine and it's cool. You can be one of those. What?
So as a whole, it means peace from the grave. And spiritually, I don't care who calls me a conspiracy theorist. This is the truth. When they're telling you to say a phrase or say a name, or they intentionally push something to trend, that is because they need to siphon all of our energy.
Yeah, thank you. Jessica said she's wearing mascara. Of course, her eyes look black when she squints. That's what mascara does. Jeez Louise.
To complete a ritual, they need to siphon everybody's energy, anger, fear, anxiety, any type of stress.
Okay, now I'm getting on board. Yep, that's right. You're right. The elites do that. They do want you to feel stress, anger, fear, because then you're going to run out and buy the shit that they want you to.
Then move forward if they can direct it where they want it to go.
That's right.
So
Money.
they want
That's
you to
fine.
say this name that means peace from the ditch or the grave
That,
over and over
no,
and charge it with negative emotions.
no,
A day or two before this whole thing happened,
how are you
he
so close and so far away at the same time?
posts this.
Okay, everybody, you've probably heard the situation that happened in North Carolina. Say the name Irina Zarutska. Irina Zarutska was just riding public transit. By the way, she was
He goes on to say the name like 2 or 3 more times in that clip. Why would they so directly be like egging you on to say the name and be upset?
Because that's what you do. Oh my God. That's what you do when like people pass away because their lives were taken by somebody else. And people are trying to act like it's not important. You say their name. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Really? You don't know what this is? Just conceptually, you don't know what this is?
Same thing with Elon Musk. Do you really think that these bigwigs care about the little people? Why is it so specific when they do care? If you read the book,
It's so weird. It's so weird when they're like, oh, you think these big wigs care about us little people? No, I don't. I don't. I think you're right about that. That's it though. That's where we diverge on literally everything. But it's crazy too, because I guarantee it's the same type of lady that she probably went out. Well, I don't know. She's like saying that she thinks that all politics is fake, whatever the hell that means. But
The Art of War, we are basically living that out, and most people are falling into it 110%. Because what's happening is they're basically neutralizing their opponent very effectively because of the lack of discernment. A lot of Christians mix their faith with politics. People yell at me for talking about it, but I'm trying to pull people out of the fire. Politics are not real. People are attaching their faith and their walk with God with a political activist that's on the world stage. The moment I saw the
okay, so that's interesting. So she's actually trying to get that's funny. She's like so conspiracy that she looped around and is like, no, we need to like stop being into politics. We need to separate church and state or something. We should keep those two things separate. But for reasons that are completely insane, I don't even know where to begin with that. How are we doing? Is everybody feeling okay? Doing all right? I know we kind of rushed through that one. Mainly because I don't know. I was watching it earlier and I was just like, my God, we gotta talk about this. But let's see who won today. Drusilla won. Hey Drusilla, how you doing? What's up? Oh yeah. Then we got Pandora's Pinata a second. What's up, dude? Doing all right? Good. And AJ. What's up, AJ? How you doing? What's going on? All right. Who else we got? We got Look at the Trees. Hey, Look at the Trees. What's going on? Oh, I watched one of your videos the other day. It was really good. I think I left a comment. I can't remember. But yeah, everybody should go check out Look at the Trees' channel and AJ's Ways to Human channel. A lot of good channels around here. Ryan, how you doing? What's going on? Oh yeah. Let's see. Oh, we got Jessica. Hey Jessica. So did she say pray on it or cray on it? The crayon thing. Yeah, she's like, I just need to start coloring. That helps. It helps me center myself if I use some crayons. That's right. Which is factual from what I understand. There are adult coloring books for stress. Apparently it works good. Bob Ollie, what's going on, dude? What's up? What are we talking? No fucking idea. That's right. We kind of talked about that earlier. No idea. Jesus Christ. This guy. I guess this bitch is okay, man. Pipe down with the is the one true Scotsman. Yeah, they all are. You're just describing Christianity, each individually, but yeah, Christianity. Yeah, that's it. All right, let's get back. Now, there was a ton of stuff, and I honestly, I'm gonna have to just go look at my history now because I was all over the place today. It was just one of them damn days, Erika Kirk gets destroyed by Nick Fuentes. First of all, why the hell does he keep coming up on my feed? I'm not subscribed to him at all, but this looks like it's his fucking video. Oh, no, wait. Somebody else is down there in the corner. Who the hell is that? Anyway, God, it's so irritating how just like mainstream this Nazi shit has become. It's really weird, really crazy. Oh, that's right. I was doing a thing. When JLP, the Bible is nonsense. Trump is a monster. Cenk Uygur stunned Jesse with his religious and whatever. Cenk Uygur went on Jesse Lee Peterson's show. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I guess you need them ratings. You know what I mean? It's like, Jesus. The fuck? Why would you do that? What does anybody think they're going to gain by going on Jesse Lee Peterson's show? I never understand that. Here's this clown guy. Watch.
You guys, I just heard terrible news in Michigan. Another church on fire. People got
For the Lord.
deleted. Another
What?
church. This man, a 40-year-old man, drove his car into this church in Michigan, and you guys still don't believe that this is demonic forces.
What? Wait, why would you go? Okay, my goodness. Like, I mean, that's really sad, and that's an awful tragedy and everything. What the? But then his conclusion from this is, how do y'all still not believe in demons when people are driving cars in the churches, bro? Okay, clearly demons are making them do the fucking wow.
The demons are pissed because Jesus Christ is the truth, the way, and the life. He's coming back. We're not going to know day, no hour that Jesus Christ is coming back, but he is coming back. Look, how many more shootings got to happen? How many more churches got to be burned down for you guys to believe that Jesus is real?
Wouldn't that like doesn't that hurt your argument? Like, Jesus is the good guy that's all powerful, right? The demons are not all powerful, right? Is that part of like how your belief system works? Like, and yet he thinks the demons being able to get away with doing that thing is evidence that Jesus is extra real and coming back. Holy shit. It's just evidence that we have too many fucking guns everywhere. That's what this is evidence of. Yeah. And a bunch of right-wing insanity media that's driving everybody completely nuts.
And also, the demons are real. They're manifesting. They're pissed because they know their time is running out. Come on.
What? Oh my God.
Give your life to Jesus. Come on.
Why would I give my life to somebody that's like less powerful than fucking demons, man? That can get people to just start driving into churches and stuff. Where's your God at, dude? Damn. But Jesus. Oh boy. What the hell? Anyway, what are we on here? What? Who really? But oh my God, I'm not even. I don't know if I can handle that. Jesus, that dude is like completely psychotic. It sucks too because he was really funny in Half Baked and stuff. But boy, did he lose his shit. His mind just broke during COVID, and like a lot of the old comedians' minds broke during COVID. I don't know what that was. It's like, I guess just being all locked inside, and they got so mad at the sitting government at that time for having to sit in their house and not be, I guess, at comedy clubs spitting diseases in each other's faces. Yeah, that they just were like, that's it. I'm going to be a conservative. I'm going to go complete fucking conspiracy theory, anti-science moron. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. Jesus. The end of the world. John Lennox on AI. What? How long is that? 48 minutes. No, thank you. Oh, yeah. You see Dr. Ben, or not Dr. Ben, I'm sorry. Professor Dave went on different different, or he's a professor. I don't know if he's a doctor. Anyway, Professor Dave. He went on Pierce Morgan. So that was kind of interesting. What else we got here? Oh yeah, I kind of wanted to do this one too, and I kind of want to see what else Kirk has got going on lately, because he's always interested to check out, you know. Personal stories of Charlie. Yes, it's strange that, you know, so many. I've heard like a bunch of people saying lately that they think she has something to do with it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of like, which, you know, historically speaking, I mean, just that's typically where the police always begin their investigation, is with the spouse, right? But I guess not when your husband is a political propagandist, because then you always have not an alibi, but like, you always have like, I mean, kind of, yeah, an alibi. So like, you always have like somebody you can pawn it off onto. You know what I mean? If that were, I'm not saying that is the case. I'm just saying, if she was somebody that was like, you know, had an insurance policy or something like that, she's trying to pull from, and you know, she if your husband does what he does, it makes it a lot easier to get that insurance money. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm not saying that is what happened, but I've heard a lot of people be like, I don't know, I don't trust that bitch. Like, something's wrong with her. She's a reptilian, but also I think she wanted to collect some insurance money. That's what I think. You know. Anyway, all right.
Prove that.
This is a puppet. I can't remember, somebody, and I apologize to y'all for not remembering who had suggested this, but thank you dearly for suggesting this, because it has been quite entertaining. It's a little purple puppet, a little purple puppet person. Yeah. And they are like, do apologetics, and it's wild. Here, watch.
I honestly do not get how people still hold up the Bible as if it's some reliable source of truth.
Dr. Kip, how we doing, man? What's going on?
Well, as we established in a previous video of yours that I refuted, you don't bother doing any research. So
look, it's another bow tie Bible guy. Look at that. Look at that. Except he's a purple bow tie Bible guy.
of course, it's not going to make any sense to you at all. But let's see what you have to say.
It is not the
I mean, it's not going to. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say it's not gonna make sense, because it doesn't make sense. You're talking about, again, an undead carpenter ghost that you pretend to cannibalize.
divine wisdom, and it is definitely not an accurate account of how the world came to be.
And you know that how?
Hi, welcome to the bow tie Bible guy. I do. Ever since you mentioned those, Kim, I've found like a million of them, and now I like am like obsessed with them. So good. I love. Oh yeah, he does a great job with that.
Were you there?
It's a collection
Wait,
of
what?
old.
Shit.
It is not divine wisdom, and it is definitely not an accurate account of how the world came to be.
And you know that how? Were you there?
It's
Because we're talking about a story with a talking snake and a woman made of a rib. Yeah, I don't think it's an accurate depiction of how everything, like where everything came from, dude.
a collection of old stories, edited and re-edited by people in power,
Still waiting for that evidence.
riddled with contradictions.
What? What do you mean? Like, he's describing what it is. You'd have to, you know what? Never mind.
Go ahead and give your list. I'd love to refute each one.
And propped up only because society is afraid to admit that it may be the biggest lie in human history.
Oh, so you're prone to conspiracy theories that every single person who believes it knows that it's a lie and is just afraid to admit it? Really?
Is that what he said? Is that what he said? I mean, hold on, let me go back, because he was.
Admit that it may be the biggest lie in human history.
Evidence.
Wait.
Riddled with contradictions.
Go ahead and
Riddled
give your
with
list. I'd love
contradictions.
to refute each one.
And propped up only because society is afraid to admit that it may be the biggest lie in human history.
Was propped up, because that is a strange thing to say. I'm going to be honest. It was propped up because society, like, because it's the biggest lie ever. I don't know. That doesn't. Yeah, that's Not doing good, Mr. Atheist Man, to be honest.
Oh, so you're prone to conspiracy theories that every single person who believes it knows that it's a lie and is just afraid to admit it? Really? Or could it be we actually believe it?
We literally have evidence of.
I'm pretty sure they do believe it, but I don't know as if that's what he was even saying. I honestly don't know what the hell he thought he was saying. Were y'all following that? Like, what the hell was he saying? The only reason it's propped up is because it's the biggest lie ever. What? What the fuck? What are you talking about?
Where these stories came from.
So tell us.
The flood myth existed long before Noah.
That's because the actual event happened long before Moses wrote it down. So if it was something that actually happened, why is it a problem that someone else wrote about it first, even if they got the details wrong?
Virgin births were claimed by.
What? Wait. So he's like, oh no, it's like, obviously we're going to have, people are going to write about this totally real thing that actually happened. But the people that wrote stuff down about it first, they got all the details wrong. They got the details later when Moses wrote it down, who somehow also miraculously wrote about his own death.
Other religions long before Jesus.
Well, there's 8 possible ones that you might be referring to, and maybe I know of more than you do, but let's hit each of these. You might be thinking of Perseus, but I doubt it, because even though a handful of people claim it's a virgin birth, most understand it's just Zeus being full of lust and going after females he shouldn't. You could be.
I'm going to be honest. I really don't like the whole going into the other ancient stuff, like was a virgin birth thing, whatever. It was the same. And I was like one of the I want to say like one of the first times where I was like, not first times, but like one of the times where like I actually did have to kind of put my biases aside and really look at the evidence, because one of like my favorite band, No Effects, they like had a song called Blasphemy, and it like at the one point before, a really great solo, by the way, but before the solo, they're like talking about, like Horus is the same as Krishna, is the same as whatever, and they're like saying it's it's all based off of like ancient Egyptian allegory and stuff like that. And I looked up like each one of those claims, and you find a lot of memes or whatever that are like saying, oh, they were all born on December 25th, and they all were born of a virgin, and they all taught to the elders at 12, and they all were like crucified or like killed or whatever at 33, and then came back to life, whatever. Like they have all these like similarities that they say that they are with like ancient Egyptian stuff, and when I looked it up, it did not track at all. Like it was just way wrong. I was like, God damn it. And I really wanted to think that NoFX was going to be right about that sort of thing. I mean, all they got to do is call up Greg Graffin, who they're friends with, and, ask him about stuff, right? Because he's a college professor that probably knows some stuff about some stuff, even though he's he's an evolutionary biologist, not really a historian. But, I'm sure they know some historians too that they could have reached out to. But, no, they were just wrong.
Talking about Dionysus, he has a supposed rebirth from Zeus's thigh, and some might refer to that as...
This is Josh's twin. Oh, come on, don't do that to Josh.
As a virgin birth, but not really. It's more like cloning or something like that. There's the legend of Alexander the Great, that Zeus fathered him without the help of a woman, which is kind of weird, but Zeus was clearly no virgin. You have Horus, that there's the myth that Isis's magical conception.
Wait, what? Hold on. Wait, did Alexander the Great got a virgin birth? Really? Like, and that was because Zeus gave birth to Alexander the Great without a woman. How did that happen? He just fell right out of the urethra. That's right. He just came out whole,
is tied to fertility rituals, but it's still not quite a virgin thing. Maybe you're thinking of Karna, and according to the Hindu epic, his birth came through invoking a god, but still not a virgin natural birthing. No. Then also in Hindu tradition, you have Krishna, but his birth is not virgin at all. It's a tale of protection from a wicked king. Then you have Buddha in the Buddhist tradition. Queen Maya's dream of a white elephant is symbolic of mythology, but it's not historical incarnation. Then you have the Zoroastrian
What are you talking about? Oh, okay, Zoroaster. There we go. Zoroaster.
savior. Now, this legend is very late about a stored seed and not a true virgin birth at all. So keep trying.
The Bible copies and
What's up, Amber? How we doing? What's going? Hey, Maya. Hey, Maya. What's going on? So, if you don't read anything, and all you hear is that a bunch of people wrote about the flood, the logical conclusion is that they all wrote the same thing. Yeah. Yeah, I guess yeah, if you don't look at anything, yeah, that's a good point. So like there was a flood in the story, so there you go. Nailed it. It's the same. You know, those stories there. But every say one of my favorite virgin births, Athena, while Zeus wasn't exactly a virgin, there was no adult fun involved. Just kids being a headache. It's like, really? They didn't have sex to have the kids? I don't know how gods have sex. I'm going to be honest, or have kids. I'm sorry, because apparently they can do it without having sex, right?
recycles ideas,
Name one. You haven't named anything yet. In fact, I named more than you did.
yet people hold it up as if it invented morality,
No, we hold it up as God's word, and God is the one who invented morality.
as if it was dropped straight from the heavens.
Okay.
Plop.
Oh,
Still my favorite gag.
that was great. That was a good one right there. My goodness. He's like, no, it's the word of God, and God invented morality. Jesus Christ. That is just really irritating when people say that, because then it's one of those things where it's like only their morality matters and everybody else's, like what anybody else would consider as moral, doesn't matter at all. And so it has nothing to do with treating people the way that they would want to be treated or anything even close to that, because it's just whatever they think their God wants everybody to behave like. And they'll just persecute the people that don't behave in the way that they subjectively think their God would want them to behave. And so anyway,
Even worse, the different gospel accounts can't even agree on the most important details of Jesus' life.
You sure you want to say that?
When he was born,
Actually, they don't really give a year because the calendar hadn't been invented yet, but they do say it was during the reign of certain rulers.
I like how he leaves out certain rulers. Certain rulers that shall not be named, even though they were central characters in the story, but because there's a census in the story, and we know when the census actually took place, and it was, over 10 years after the main, like what the main bad guy in the story would have died. So it couldn't have been accurate. Shit.
And that has actually been confirmed. I'm bringing tons of receipts. You have
It's
yet to bring-
confirmed that it's a mistake, dude. It's confirmed that like the birth story was like at the wrong time, because like again the census thing, because they had to try to figure out how to solve the problem of him being from like two different places, so they had to have him like try to hide, and so like, oh, we got to go to Africa or whatever, and anyway,
one.
when he died,
There's no discrepancy on when he died.
who saw him rise?
No one actually saw him rise. They saw him risen.
like the calendar hadn't been invented yet. Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
If a modern book had this many contradictions, nobody would take it seriously for a second.
Well, since there are no contradictions and you haven't actually shown any evidence of it, I don't really take you seriously. That's just being honest, but I'll pray for you.
Oh, fuck you. Okay. You know what? Go ahead. Do your magical thought thing that works so great, clearly, because you don't, it seems like demons, just based on the last video that we were watching, demons are far more powerful than anything any prayer can do. But shit, I was gonna make a point and then I lost anyway.
And let's be clear, it is not just a harm.
The contradictions. Yeah, there's tons of contradictions. Like I mean, I don't get me wrong, like I understand there's like a bunch of those videos or whatever where they'll say there's like 400,000 contradictions or whatever, and like it's a lot of them when you look at it, it's like, okay, dude, like you're clearly taking stuff that's obviously allegory and like trying to make it like it was literal, and just little weird things where it's like you're purposefully trying to misunderstand what it's saying so that you can find a contradiction, which you don't have to do that. We can just find the actual contradictions in there. There's a bunch of them. You don't have to make shit up and be obtuse in order to find some extra ones.
Belief.
Now we're getting to the core of why he makes videos. He wants you gone.
Religion shapes policy. Politicians cite the Bible.
Wow, that was weird. It's like, he wants you gone. Yeah, that's it. We want Christians gone? Is that what you're saying? Like, no, we want the people to exist. We would like their beliefs to be better. But you see how the puppet is like, you must be afraid. These atheists want to kill you. Like, fucking, what the hell?
To strip women of control of their own bodies.
I know where you're going with this. A fetus doesn't even have the same DNA. It's not the woman's body. If your argument against Christians existing is because we don't want babies murdered, you're not really showing yourself to be the hero here.
To deny
Did I miss the calendar thing? Okay, hold on. Kip said, is there a link? I want to go and post this disparaging comment and make this creator feel shame for such a hilariously stupid assertion about the invention of the calendar, as if there was only one. Yeah. Oh, was he saying that Jesus was like the basis of the calendar because of the BC thing? Like, that stands for before Christ. Our whole calendar is based on it, right? The whole planet's calendar is based on my one religion, right?
LGBTQ plus people have basic rights.
Do you know what a right is? There's a difference between a privilege and a right, and I don't think you know the difference.
What are you talking about? The right to exist as who you actually are? You saying that'd be a privilege? But but having your AR-15 and your grenade launcher, that's a fucking right now. God damn it! There's an amendment for that sucker.
And to fight against teaching real science in schools.
When was the last time we fought against chemistry or physics?
Did you go against the Big Bang Theory, dude? What are you talking about? And I don't know who you are, like, but there's plenty of weirdo Christians that do go against science in the classroom. Just regular old science too, like a lot of time, and pretty much anything that will cast doubt on their weird beliefs.
What you're talking about is scientific theories, like the theory of evolution, which, by the way, there are plenty of Christians that do actually believe it.
Okay, that's what he was saying. The calendar had not been invented yet. I was gonna say, like, I feel like I must have missed that part. That's funny.
And secondly, the theory of the Big Bang.
Oh, because of the okay. No, I did hear it. I did. It's God, I hate it when my brain does that. It's like it clicks like way too late. And I do this where it's like after a conversation like 20 times, and I'm like, I don't understand what you're saying. And then I'll like leave 20 minutes later and like, oh wait, no, I got what they're saying. See, they're gone. They've been gone for like a half an hour. And I just now got what they were saying, which is a really obvious thing that I should have been able to pick up on, no problem. Okay, I got what you're saying. Yeah, he was talking about like the when Jesus was born and the inaccuracies about that time period and everything. And he was like, who knows? We can't know anything. The calendar hadn't been invented yet. So there's no way to know when stuff happened. Like that was basically his point, right?
Bang was actually postulated by this guy. Yeah, a Jesuit priest. Beforehand, your crowd believed the universe just simply always existed. Took you a while to come to the truth that our side actually discovered.
No, you're wow, dude. Those two things, first of all, are not in contradiction with one another. Because the Big Bang Theory doesn't say whether or not the universe is eternal. It just shows the data using the background microwave like energy and whatnot, photons, and is just kind of a mathematical equation to figure out like how old the universe would be based on that movement, the data that we got. They're not saying. It doesn't say, oh, that means we know that the universe came into existence at a particular time, like, because there's plenty of models that have the Big Bang starting right then and there, and also having crunches that can like go into a cycle basically for, and be infinitely old, which I think is probably the most reasonable to believe.
Entire laws get written based on a book that also tells people to not wear mixed fabrics.
Which laws? Which laws quote the Bible? Give me one.
And that the earth was...
What? Okay, wow. hold on. So this is what happens when you guys put puppets in charge of the Department of Education. I love it. And Dr. Kip, of course, is from fucking Canada. So that was a dig on all Americans. Not really, just our administration at the moment. And I'd agree. You know, he basically did put puppets in charge of our education system. God damn it.
Created in 6 days.
Okay, prove that wrong. If you want to,
Tells people to not wear mixed fabrics.
which laws quote the Bible?
Which laws quote the Bible? Like which, I mean, the abortion thing. I don't think the law quotes the Bible, but they do. The Christians do that implement this shit. They always say, "What your mother or I knit you in your mother's womb. I knew your name. I counted the hairs on your head before you even grew them," or whatever the hell. You know, they always quote that shit. Even though you can go to Numbers chapter 5, and there's a whole section in there basically about prescribing abortions as long as the guy just thinks that his wife is pregnant from somebody else.
Give me one.
And that the earth was created in 6 days.
Okay, prove that wrong. If you want evidence, then I need evidence too. Neither of us was there, but I will say that your geological record is completely flawed. It's circular. You date the fossils by what layer of rock you find them in, and then you date the layers of rock by what fossils you find in those.
What?
And so you can throw out any millions or billions of years you want, and it changes over and over and over as you make new discoveries. If your millions or billions of years was true, the James Webb telescope should have found unformed galaxies when they zoomed in as far as they could. And guess what happened? They found fully formed galaxies. They're trying to wrap their brains around that.
Oh my God. Okay. So this puppet is a young Earth. Wait a second. He's saying that like finding fully formed galaxies is evidence for young Earth creation? Wouldn't that just mean that the universe is even older, or the cosmos is even older than we thought? Oh wait, no, they magicked it into existence. So, you know, I don't even know why we base anything off of evidence. If you're just like, but God magic, okay, then why are we looking at any evidence at all? If you could just be like, but magic though, what the hell are we even doing?
Well, the people defending it rarely even live by it.
Well, that's kind of the heart of the gospel, isn't it? We are hypocrites. Yes, we sin, we make mistakes, but that's why we need forgiveness. Christianity is not about doing the right thing and earning salvation. It's about knowing we can't earn it, that we don't deserve it, and our obedience is out of gratitude to God. And yeah, there are some people who are Christian in name only. But should I judge all atheists by your worst accusations too? We could do that if you like.
Jesus. Okay. But the whole point that you just made was that, yeah, we're not good. It's so weird when they do this. They're like, no, yeah, we're not good because that's our belief system. We believe that we're not good. We're completely evil, and we just say we're sorry to a wizard, and that fixes it all. But yeah, some Christians are bad. It's like, dude, what the hell, man? Like, yeah, no shit. When your whole system and that kind of system, I feel like makes people bad, because if your whole thing is predicated on believing that everybody is on the same level, even if you're like, you know, Dahmer or something, right? And you're just like, hey, Dahmer could get saved, right? Because we're all sinners. Like, that attracts the worst fucking people, dude. Like, that is going to bring, you know, anybody that wants to put everybody on the same level like that has done some shit, man, you know?
Christians pick and choose the verses that suit them and ignore the rest.
Some, sure, but atheists also make accusations without bringing any evidence or receipts.
They claim it's a guide to morality while excusing slavery, genocide, and eternal torture.
Nobody ever said it was a guide to morality. Morality is evident. God's morality is evident, but you're also not understanding that God is sovereign.
What?
Yes, he can control the fates of many.
Holy shit. Hold on. He just said a minute ago that God invented morality, and then the Bible was God's word. And then now when he's like, you're saying it was like this book of morality that also has genocide and slavery and all this stuff. Nobody ever said it was a book of morality. Nobody ever said that. Who said that? Huh? Like, you in your own fucking video, man. Like, what the hell? Where's like count. Where's the count to come in and set you straight? Where's Elmo? Elmo would come. Elmo would know. All right. Elmo would slap you upside the head with that arm on the little stick thing.
And yes, eternal torture. So what? You're not the judge. God is. He has every right to do that. That's not a morality issue if he's the judge of the universe, which he is.
If the Bible really was the perfect word of God, it wouldn't read like a brutal and inconsistent patchwork of human opinions.
Well, you say it reads like that, but you don't bring any evidence, which leads me to believe.
Hold on. I gotta go back. I don't know what happened. It was like playing in the background, but I couldn't see where it was to like pause it or anything. That's all right. We'll go back to it. Jeez Louise, that was weird. Hold on one sec. Oh, there it is. Now I can share it. All right. That was weird. Like, where did it go? I don't even know how to pause it to turn it off. Like, what the hell? Anyway, all right, here we go.
That your source is either other atheists or an AI search bot.
It wouldn't need to be explained away every time ever.
It's so weird when they try to do it. Because you know what they're doing is, this is like usually what atheists do, right? Like usually you have some Christian that's just making up bullshit that's super obviously false, and then you got the atheists like cutting in to be like, yeah, well, that's, they got the attitude stuff because the things that the theists are claiming are absurd and silly, and then you got puppets trying to come in here and do it the opposite way. They're like, we can do it too. Watch, I'm gonna show those atheists what for. Watch this.
Verse makes God look monstrous.
True. That's why no verses make him look monstrous. Only people who read into the verse what they want it to say. It's atheists that make him look monstrous. You're the one that needs to be explained.
The thing is,
what? Wait, who's monstrous? I'm so confused.
There are other atheists.
Consistent patchwork of human opinions.
Well, you say he's the judge of the universe, which he is.
If the Bible really was the perfect word of God, it wouldn't read like a brutal and inconsistent patchwork of human opinions.
Well, you say it reads like that, but you don't bring any evidence, which leads me to believe that your source is either other atheists or an AI search bot.
It wouldn't need to.
So he's saying like, he just keeps on being like, you didn't bring any evidence, but it's like he's responding to somebody else's claim. That's what just is so weird. It's like, how do you bring evidence of not true? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're the one, Mr. Puppet Man, that needs to bring the evidence that your claims are true, because atheism doesn't need evidence. We could just sit there and be like, yeah, it's not true because you don't have evidence. Jesus Christ.
Be explained away every time a verse makes God look monstrous.
True. That's why no verses make him look monstrous. Only people who read into the verse what they want it to say. It's atheists that make him look monstrous. You're the one that needs to be explained.
The thing is, this blind loyalty.
You're the one that makes them look monstrous. I'm sorry. I'm going back. I was reading comments again. But
an AI search bot.
It wouldn't need to be explained away every time a verse makes God look monstrous.
True.
Okay, it wouldn't need to be explained away every time a verse makes God look monstrous. Right. Because that's like the genocide and stuff, which so far we haven't heard him. I haven't heard this puppet like say anything about the genocide, the slavery, the things, and he's mentioned it by name like a couple times as far as I could tell.
That's why no verses make him look monstrous. Only people who read into the verse what they want it to say. It's atheists that make him look monstrous.
Okay, I knew it. I knew that's what it was going to be. There are parts of the book that said to like kill every man, woman, and child, except for keep the virgin girls for yourselves. And Bible scholars agree, for the most part, that was sex slavery. That was what that was, because it was from a time when that was pretty common. And your God's not moral, man. Like, he's just he's a fucking war god from like forever ago.
You're the one that needs to be explained.
Your face is what's explained.
The thing is, this blind loyalty hurts everyone.
What's blind? I've literally seen miracles with my own eyes.
It divides people into believers and non-believers.
And atheism doesn't? Really?
No, it doesn't. Not really. Like atheism is just not being convinced one single thing is true, dude. You can it's weird when they act like that is just an entire religion. Just not being convinced of one claim. That is an entire religion, you know. And it's like, no, dude, like Christians literally think if you're not my thing, you're going to hell. Like, you know, you're either with me or against me. There is no like, I kind of agree, but I'm, you know, sort of like, oh, because atheists will just like kind of agree with a lot of people. It really depends on literally everything, right? Because, you know, there's a million different things, a million different people could think in a million different ways, and it can overlap and not, oh my God, you know what, never mind.
Because you are dividing us from yourself, saying that we shouldn't exist.
What? That's not what he said. You said he said that. He never said that. Ever. And my God, what the fuck? He just came out and was like, he wants you not to exist, y'all. Because he's an evil atheist that wants to just go around unaliving people. Jesus. Now, what is he, your God? Get out of here. No.
Children into thinking they're broken sinners before they can even live their lives.
There's a difference between coming to an understanding of a situation and shaming. I don't shame anyone, but we do understand that we are guilty of sin. That's like saying, how dare you tell a criminal that they've committed a crime? Are you the type of person that believes we should just unleash all criminals from prison?
Kind of proving the point here. You're not a criminal just for being born, dude. This is insane. Like if you've committed a crime, you are then a criminal because you committed a fucking crime. You think that people are broken and evil just for being born, just because some rib lady ate an apple 2,000 fucking years ago. Like that, you think that people are just evil and deserve hell just out the gate, out the womb. You deserve hell. That's what he was talking about. And you're just like, what? Oh, so you're going to tell the criminals that they aren't criminals? Like, fucking, what are you talking about? That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
And life will suddenly be better in our society?
It tells people they're worthless without God.
Depends on your perspective.
It says, okay. It says like everybody is evil. It says like our righteousness is as of filthy rags. So basically nobody can do anything good at all, which again leads to some really shitty moral beliefs, but whatever.
Eternally? Sure, yeah. But that's not saying you never accomplish anything or don't have any.
Hey, Glacy, how you doing? What's going on? The puppet AI. Delicious. That's not AI, right? Please don't tell me it's AI. Please tell me it's a real puppet. I want it. Gotta hate AI. It's ruining everything. I can't even have a silly Christian puppet without it.
Inherent value. The Bible actually teaches the opposite of that. It says you're fearfully and wonderfully made. Again, accusations.
Fearfully and wonderfully made, broken. And yeah, full of just going to hell straight out the womb. Like, see how it doesn't make sense? They'll like, in the one hand, they'll be like, you're made in the image of God and you're fearfully and wonderfully made. And then they're like, but you're also a broken piece of shit because a rib lady ate an apple. So, you know, you deserve to be tortured for all eternity by shark-looking monsters, probably. I don't know why. I imagine demons looking like sharks, but with arms and legs, you know, kind of like the king shark. We already had this conversation. I'm not going to go through this whole thing again, but demons look like sharks, I think.
No evidence.
And then it punishes them.
You're right. I actually don't have evidence for that. That's fair. You know, tough but fair.
With a threat of eternal torture if they ever question it.
No, actually, we're encouraged to question those who teach us. Paul actually called the Bereans noble because they questioned everything he said and checked it with scripture.
And checked it with scripture. What the fuck does that even mean? It's like, no, you can question it and then check it with the book that you're questioning. Fucking what, man? How does that even work?
I'm not doing well, bud.
At some point, we have to stop pretending.
Then you stop. I'm genuine. Well, kind of.
We have.
Oh, good, because you're a puppet, so you're not genuine. You're fake.
Have to stop giving Christianity special treatment as if it's just some other perspective we need to respect.
Now here comes the truth. He thinks that equality is special treatment for Christianity. Just say what you want. What? You want us to all go away by any means necessary, right? We all know what you're thinking. You're just afraid to say it because your account will get pulled down.
What? What are you talking? When did he ever say, dude, it is really weird that somehow you're a puppet coming at this atheist guy, and you're coming off looking like the fucking douche here, man. It's like, how do you even do that as a puppet? Like, we should be just on your side just solely for the fact that you're a cute little puppet, but you're somehow less likable than this atheist that we're going to be honest, not too big a fan of because of some of the mistakes he made right out the gate, but that's a whole other thing.
For Christianity, just say what you want. You want us to all go away by any means necessary, right?
No, nobody said that, dude. Like, we just like you to maybe stay in your fucking lane and stop forcing your religion on everybody. That's all. But hold on, what was he saying?
I'm genuine. Well,
I'm genuine.
kind of.
We have to stop giving Christianity special treatment as if it's just some other perspective we need to respect.
And Christians do get special treatment, dude. Like, this is some, I mean, there was like, what was it? There was like a Hindu prayer or something like that. Anyway, there was like a Hindu prayer in the house or whatever, because of course the Democrats like forced everybody in the house or whatever to have to hear some other religion's prayer since Christianity got so much airtime. And the Republican lawmaker from that state got up and left, right? But when when there was a Christian prayer, right, he said it was disrespectful if they didn't like I can't remember exactly what he said, but basically it was like, you need to respect our prayer time and you have to, they were like looking down. They weren't providing like due honor, due respect or whatever, acting like it was such a fucking disrespectful thing that they weren't, playing along or whatever, all just animated with it. And like when they had literally walked out of a different religion's prayer, not, a couple weeks earlier.
Now here comes the truth. He thinks that equality is special treatment for Christianity. Just say what you want. You want us to all go away by any means necessary, right? We all know what you're thinking. You're just afraid to say it because your account will get pulled down.
Respect has to be earned.
No.
That is so crazy that they think we think that. Dude, we just want you to not we just want you to not harass people. We want you to not use your religion to hurt and harass people, and treat people like they're second-class citizens just for not being your religion. And he's like, you want me dead. What? No, nobody said that. But of course you got to think that so you can be the fucking victim here.
It doesn't. It can be given. And you are demanding it from us. You haven't earned it. What you're thinking, you're just afraid to. Quality is special. Get pulled down.
Respect has to be earned.
No, it doesn't. It can be given. And you are demanding it from us. You haven't earned it. You've been very disrespectful towards us.
And a system built on fear, contradiction, and power grabs does not deserve respect.
Ditto.
If Christianity was stripped of...
Ditto? What the fuck? What atheist power grabs, man? What the fuck are you even talking about? Holy shit. Where's the anti-atheist biased committee or whatever the fuck? Like, there's not one because that's not a thing. There's just an anti-Christian bias thing so that they can basically just mistreat the atheists who, didn't, were like basically second-class citizens to begin with. Now you're going to treat them even worse.
Its influence over laws and schools tomorrow, most people would...
What's up, Brent? How you doing, dude? What's going on? And native atheist. What's up, dude?
See it for what it is.
Yeah, the good news that Jesus Christ has offered salvation and peace with God. You do realize that's how it started, right? That there were no people in power when it...
Wait a second. What has 8,000 views in 2 days? Is the puppet? The puppet has 8,000? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Ember went... Thank you, Ember. That was awesome. Ember, I think, went and got the link of this puppet apologist here. I was going to try to fit the word puppet inside the word apologist. A puppetologist. It's not, never mind. Forget it. And you said they got 8. Hold on. Let me back up. He's got 12. That's crazy. A puppet. A goddamn puppet. Yeah. 8.2 thousand views in 2 days. God damn it. What are we doing, y'all? Why do we even... I was excited at 200 the other day. Fucking 200, man. Oh my God. I am like massive. That is like 2 big rooms, at the community theater center
it first started. In fact, there are many countries in the world where Christianity is flourishing and there's no one in power who is a believer. Nobody's forcing it to happen. You need to broaden your gaze beyond the United States. There is a world outside of our borders.
Mythology that overstayed its welcome.
And atheism
Wait, what? Hold on. Sorry.
in power when it first started. Yeah, the good news that Jesus Christ has offered salvation and peace with God. You do realize that's how it started, right? That there were no people in power when it first started. In fact, there are many countries in the world.
Yeah, there were. What are you talking about? Like a lot of you know, I don't know exactly how it went, but I feel like the Romans like figured out they could use this real quick. I mean, that's why you have the Roman Catholic Church, and they use it as power grabs like quite a bit. Part of me almost thinks that it was just like one of the first times that you know, in early history or whatever, we saw everybody get brainwashed, and the method was kind of like out and loud, right? And so they were like, oh shit, we can brainwash people with this shame stuff. If we get them to hate themselves, and then they break themselves down, and then like if we fuck with their brain enough, we can get them to think that they can't even think for themselves without feeling bad about it, or can't decide for themselves what is right or wrong without feeling bad about it, and then they need to come to us for, you know, to for them to know how to be. It's so yeah. And so you just, of course, you know, from there they're like, oh, we got to utilize the fuck out of this, and then it spread like wildfire.
Where Christianity is flourishing and there's no one in power who is a believer. Nobody's forcing it to happen. You need to broaden your gaze beyond the United States.
And if you want to broaden some gays, you know what I mean? Some gay sex, right? You know, I and that's not homophobic. I'm like being serious. Okay. I like gay sex as much as the next guy, right? It's fun. It is a good time, right? You should broaden your gaze on gay sex, right? If you haven't tried it. Anyway, go to adamandeve.com, enter code word Brentley at checkout to get 50% off almost any one item. 6 free movies, 3 free gifts, and free shipping on the whole order. Go to adamandeve.com, enter that code word Brentley. Okay. Yeah, it was good for the first ad. Don't usually segue from puppets to sex toys, but you know, what the hell is, you know, we're an upside down world anyway. So what, you know, what is a puppet to sex toy transition anymore, right?
There is a world outside of our borders.
Mythology that overstayed its welcome.
And atheism is wishful thinking that gives an excuse for sin.
Christianity isn't just false, it's a lie that has been allowed to shape our world.
I like that. Do atheists know that there are more religions and beliefs than Christianity? Fucking what? Man, you should tell the people in government that, because I don't think they know it. Yeah, they seem to think that's the only one. So yeah, I actually appreciate it if you could communicate that to the American government so that maybe we could keep this shit separate. Remember that there are other fucking religions and non-religious people in this goddamn country.
For far too long.
And so what's your plan to get rid of it? When are you going to get rid of us?
What?
It poisons politics,
Who the fuck said
slows
that?
down progress.
Dude, you totally put those words in his mouth. He did not say that. He said he doesn't like Christianity. He wasn't saying like he wants to get rid of you. Like, it's so weird that you're like, you know, you got to put that on him, make him like violent, you know, like make it sound like he's being violent, man. And a lot of times when atheists, if there are atheists that do say stuff like that, unlike him, he didn't say this, but like the people that do say that, they just mean like, just get people to think a little bit more critically about their beliefs. Maybe go, oh man, yeah, I thought the talking snake thing and the woman made of ribs story made a lot of sense before, but you know, I'm not 11 years old anymore, and maybe I should stop believing the rest of the stupid shit that I thought was true, just in tandem with that story, as well as others with talking donkeys and stuff. Maybe I should just stop thinking that. That's it. No killing, no unaliving, right?
Define progress.
And damages people on the most personal.
Define progress. Got him. Nailed him, dude. Wow. Yeah, you really, that was brilliant.
Level.
Actually, most people I've talked to that have become Christians out of terrible situations sing the praises of the peace and love and joy that they have. And you have not yet given one, not even one example for anything you've said.
The sooner we stop treating it as some sacred truth.
Okay, but I don't know exactly what he was talking about there. But no, I mean, I could tell you straight up that I was not happy. I was not at peace. I was required to say that, though. I have the peace of Jesus. Yes, I do. Everything is great and amazing. I am not on the edge of just a traumatic breakdown at any moment. I need to go worship to a song so I can cry my eyes out. Yeah, no, you're just required to say how great it is. That's it.
And start recognizing it as outdated mythology, the sooner we can move forward as a society.
Forward to what? That doesn't sound good at all.
Forward
honestly-
to what? Forward to a society that doesn't believe in mythologies? I don't really know what you want here.
I do not get how people still hold up the Bible as if it's some.
I guess we know it's the same video. I kind of want to go to. Are there more like anti-atheist ones on this dude? This puppet thing? Oh, where's he at on the 10 Commandments in the classroom?
I live in Texas, and recently they passed a law that all public schools should have the 10 Commandments displayed in the classroom. I agree, and they want to know my thoughts. Well, honestly, I personally don't care. I know that sounds terrible, but listen, first off, putting 10 Commandments in the classroom is honestly just going to inoculate kids to the gospel. It would be far better to have like a copy of the Gospel of John in there or something, and maybe they'll pick it up and read it or something like that. But just posting the do nots from God, well, the problem is that's just going to grate against them. And the other problem is if it doesn't grate against them, they're going to try to live by them without having faith. You can't earn your salvation by being good. And the 10 Commandments don't say anything about how to be saved. So it really doesn't make any difference. In fact, it might just make things worse. It might just inoculate them to the gospel to the point where when they become leaders of their own.
You can inoculate them to the gospel like it's a vaccine. The 10 Commandments are a gospel vaccine. Is that what I got here?
Generation, they might push back. I live in
Wow, dude. I love it too. Like when there's you come across it so often in these content creators, because what happens is you have these people that are asking questions or whatever, and they're like, hey man, they want to put the 10 Commandments in every classroom, and most Christians you would expect to be like, yeah, that's good, kids need to know what God's law is, whatever. But you got to have this like contrarian, I'm better than all the Christians that think that that's a good thing type of self-righteous bullshit, and then they got to go, well, actually, I've actually given this a lot of thought, and the people that want that, you're just inoculating people to the gospel. Is that what you want? You want the 10 Commandments to be a gospel vaccine? Didn't think so. Okay. It's like, what the fuck?
Texas, and recently they passed a law that all public schools should have.
Oh, sorry. Keep on going back to the same thing. All right. What else we got here? Shut up, Ben. I don't know what that's on. Where are we at? What else we got? I was kind of curious. It's God is never late. I watched a lot of Kirk Cameron recently. Wait, Xanax Jesus versus the real Savior? God damn it. Now I gotta know what a Xanax Jesus is. He's a Jesus that is just zoning out constantly. Just always forget he's goldfish. It's goldfish Jesus. He doesn't remember anything he's saying. He keeps telling you the same stupid fucking story over and over again, and you're like, oh my God, dude, you already told me that. And then they forget that you said that you already told them that. Holy shit, that shit's annoying. My God.
Jesus do you want?
Take Klonopin, for Christ's sake. Mike, Xanax is not.
The Xanax Jesus, who just makes you feel better, or the real Jesus?
Oh, that was it. That's all you're saying. That's Xanax. The Xanax Jesus is one that just makes you feel better. Okay, that was extremely uninteresting, man. I thought it was going to be so much cooler than that. I thought it was going to show like a clip of like an actual Xanax Jesus, you know, just like dumping totem poles all over his face, right? You know, school buses, whatever you call them.
Politically correct church culture loves to invent a custom fit Jesus for everybody who soothes but never saves. But for us, only the real Jesus gives life, freedom, and hope. Stick with me. We're going to talk about why this matters for you and for your family. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the...
No, I'm out of here. That was lame. Never mind. No, you know, I was... I thought it was going to be, you know, we could make it work. That just sounds like a sermon to me. I'm not going to sit here through a damn sermon. All right. What do y'all think? You want to do the rise of the Roman right? I'm actually kind of curious about that now. This dude is hilarious. We watched some of his stuff the other day. Can't remember. Well, I think it was probably one of these earlier Charlie Kirk files. It was the rise of the divine feminine, which he has a movie called Third Adam 3, Rise of the Divine Feminine. He really likes that subtitle, Rise of the Divine Feminine. But yeah, this dude's hilarious. Let's check him out.
And in today's episode 10, we're going to talk about the rise of the Roman right. The rise of the Roman right. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. Go ahead and just do it right.
He was just saying his heart goes out to you. You know, it's a Roman. It's Roman, guys. I don't.
Now, if you would please, as a favor to our channel, it helps the channel grow, and subscribe to us, and that'd be great. And then also smite your like button. We have Godzilla here to remind you that if you don't subscribe to this channel and smite the like button, the lizard people will get you, which is a joke. Please don't come.
Oh my God, I love it. He used to just say that normally. The lizard people will come get you if you don't smite thine like button. And I love that he has to say it's a joke now because too many people are like, I knew it. See, oh man, this guy gets it. He's talking about the lizard people. They're like, oh, he's not. Wait, he doesn't find that. He doesn't think that's true. Yeah, I'm out of here. This is bullshit. I thought this was my kind of Christian, you know. And then he goes and finds that girl that we were watching at the beginning.
After me. Anyway, we're going to talk about the rise of the Roman right. Last episode, we talked about the horned hand of Erika Kirk, and now we're going to talk about the rise of the Roman right. You saw the Charlie Kirk Memorial.
He really likes the rise thing, too. Like, you know, he probably really liked that Batman title, you know, Rise of the Dark Knight or whatever.
Service, as did I. And boy, what a showing he had. What a great outpouring of support that he had. So many people were there. They basically
WWE basically just shooting fireworks off. Everybody's dancing. It was like, woo, he's gone. Wow, man, this is what the fuck is happening?
We filled up that stadium there in Phoenix, and my goodness, look at the crowd. Look at the crowd. Lots of folks, man, just basically a full stadium. And you can see there just a amazing turnout for this guy. But you have to see that something was being promoted and something was being explained and something was being done here in this service. Now, I want to...
Something was being done here in the service? Wow. Man, I'm so glad that you're here to tell us these things.
Point something back out to you in Third Adam 2, which is 5
Something was happening. Something.
Years old now. Got over 700,000 views. Is available on our YouTube channel. We outlined for you.
That's so funny. I did not know he was going to pull up Rise of the Divine Feminine. Man, that is great. That's what he said, right? Did I miss that?
I want to point something back out to you in Third Adam 2, which is 5 years old now. Got over 700,000 views. Is available on our YouTube channel.
All right, that's part 2. Part 3 is Rise of the Divine Feminine. Maybe we'll get to something in there too, hopefully.
Outlined for you that there was going to be something called the Great Reclamation. And basically, everybody understands what the Great Reformation was in Christian history. You got Martin Luther, you got Calvin, you got Zwingli, all coming out of the Catholic Church. And then from those denominations that came out, you got the Anglican, the Lutheran, the Greek Orthodox, all those came out of the Catholic Church. And so many different spins off that, and basically most of Protestantism is a connection of these things. You got the Methodists coming out of the Anglicans, the Holiness Church of God, Charismatic, Salvation Army, African Methodist, Episcopal, Reformed theology, Presbyterian theology, all of these
Holy shit! It's like a fucking. It's a what do you call it? Like the denomination, like crazy person, Charlie Day whiteboard, the cigarette, you know, and all the push pins in the yard and everything, but like a denomination one. Yeah, dude. Like all of these different types of beliefs in Christianity spin off each other and shit. Like that's kind of why your religion is pretty obviously not true. But go ahead.
Theologies came out of the Reformation, which came out of the Catholic Church.
What's up, Andrew? Hey, Bree. How you doing? You feeling better, Bree? Doing okay? Maya said you weren't feeling well. So I hope you're feeling better. I know. I get it. These are tough times. Okay. These are tough. It's hard to get out of bed. I know.
These denominations are called Protestant, but they're also called evangelicals. And evangelicals are people who they like to hold hands with too many people. That's a good way to define them. They don't practice ecclesiastical separation. They will use Bethel music in their church, and they scorn at the idea and scoff at the idea that there's some people that we ought not fellowship with. To some degree, that's largely what evangelicalism.
What did he just say? Like that we ought not fellowship with? Weird. Wow, you're just making your religion sound wonderful. Y'all sound great over there. Like some Christians we just don't even want to fellowship with, and these people, they scoff at when we say that.
Yes. What is happening right now is that there is becoming a softening of the hardline stance against the Roman Catholic Church.
And if you want your soft line hardening, just go to adamandeve.com. They got toys for that, you know. You can get it hardened right back up. You know, you don't want to stay soft. You know, I don't know as if they do pills for that sort of thing, but you can just get some goat weed at your local bodega. I guess. I don't know. Go to adamandeve.com. Enter code word Bentley at checkout. Get 50% off almost any wood item. 6 free movies, 3 free gifts, and free shipping on the whole order. Go to adamandeve.com. Enter that code word Bentley. Okay. There you go.
And one of the ways that this is happening is through America.
How young and bright-eyed this guy was. Oh, he used to be adorable. What happened? You know, it's
American politics by organizations like Turning Point USA, who in the previous video, I believe it was episode number 8, we showed you how Charlie Kirk said that we definitely are an ecumenical group. They hold hands with everybody, and politics has opened up the door.
Oh yeah, he hates ecumenicalism, which just means, you know, being okay with other Christians.
Or for Protestants to get real friendly with the Catholics again. And what is happening is there's going to be something called the Great Reclamation, which is going to be the reverse of the Great Reformation. These people are going to unite with Rome once again. And
they go back, and dude comes and nails the thing back on the door again, and we're like, all right, everybody, let's come back in.
And this memorial,
we nailed on the door that actually that guy that nailed that stuff, idiot. He's wrong about everything. Let's come back in here, guys. Come on.
Memorial service, you saw, I don't know how many Roman Catholics get up and speak, and everybody applauded them. Most of these people are evangelicals and Protestants.
They were applauding Catholics. What the? How are they not a single tomato? God damn it. What the hell?
Uniting together with Rome for the sake of Charlie Kirk, for right-wing politics, and for America. This is one way in which this is happening. And J.D. Vance is a good example. J.D. Vance is probably going to be your next president.
Oh, go fuck your face, sir. Go, you know, everything else you've said up to this point is quite disgusting, but not quite as disgusting as that. Fuck you, man.
And I can very well see him running against Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. and defeating
Really?
her in an election coming up.
Okay.
That's just my feeble prediction, that a possibility I want to float out there. But this guy's going to be
Doubtful. I doubt it. I mean, she has been making a little bit more, getting a little bit more favor with the old guard Dems, which is kind of unusual. But I don't think she's going to make it that far.
your next president. And if he does a good job, he's going to be your next president for the next 8 years after Donald Trump is gone out of office.
Oh, please shut the fuck up.
J.D. Vance is a diehard Roman Catholic. And this is all being marketed as a revival. Well, if you got Catholics involved with evangelicals and you're calling it a revival, you are ecumenical, and you are proving my point that there is a great reclamation. Evangelical people are holding hands with Rome now and are worshiping the Lord together, quote unquote.
And that's bad to you? I'm so confused.
That should alarm you. This
that's not only bad, it should alarm you that Christians are not dividing over like stupid doctrinal reason.
Is the precursor to the one world religion. This is not good. This is from hell. And I do believe
too much Christianity, not good. It's from hell. God damn, dude. Y'all will never be happy. That's everything is the fucking Antichrist to you people. Too many Christians getting along evil. It's Satan coming.
People are going to get saved as a result of this. I believe that there's going to be some good as a result of this, but I also believe that every time God works, Satan works too. I think that's biblical, scriptural. We've proven that over and over again. And if you want more information,
do they work together? Is that, are they, like what?
Information on that? Go watch Third Adam 1, 2, 3, 4, and go watch 3X if you want to take that deep dive. We dig into all this stuff. We explain this backwards, forwards, upside down. Okay, and inside out. This is
do another one. Oh no, he's just gonna go on.
A NBC article.
Back to front.
Charlie Kirk's memorial serves as a conservative revival, mixing calls for forgiveness and vengeance. Sunday's memorial service for the slain activist was also a faith-based argument for American conservatism, with many speakers calling Kirk a martyr. Now, look, if you want to call him that, a martyr, that's fine. I think he was more.
Hey, what's going on, dude? I feel like I saw you. Hunter Biden's laptop. I feel like I just saw you in a not you. I mean, I saw your name and stuff in like a chat. I think of like one of the call-in shows. Do you like watching call-in shows? Anyway, he said, to be honest, the Catholic Church throwing itself headfirst into MAGA land is actually scary and alarming. It is, yeah, because they're quite powerful. But I get the feeling we're alarmed for different reasons. Yeah, he's alarmed because the Antichrist, I don't fucking know. And we're alarmed because just more powerful people taking more power and kissing the ring of power, and it's bad.
More of a political martyr than he was a church martyr. But if you want to call him a church martyr, then you have to go into the ecumenical side of things, and that's where it gets a little bit dicey.
Oh man, dude, I wonder how many people this guy's pissed it off. He's more of a political martyr, not exactly a Christian martyr. Like that one lady that was like all freaked out about the witches. She would be like, "Fuck you! How dare?" The one she was like crying, like they were best friends. Like, come on, get the fuck out of here! Like you didn't know that.
Some called for forgiveness and unity Sunday at Charlie Kirk's memorial in Arizona. Other calls for combat and retribution. But one thing the Republican leaders had in common in their speeches with the activists.
How do you just breeze right over that? Other people call for combat and retribution. But anyway, we're going to move right on as if I didn't just say something horrific here. We just go ahead and.
Assassination should be a turning point, the start of a revival for religious conservatives. There it is.
There it is.
We're having a revival in America
of conservatives. I know.
Revival of ecumenism, a revival of joining hands with Rome, and the new apostolic reformation. Brandon Lake, Phil Wickham, Chris Tomlin, Kerry Job, Cody Carnes are providing the music, the white magic mysticism that is intoxicating everybody so that they let their guard down. These people are playing the mantras and the songs of the whore of Babylon in Revelation 17, and everybody's getting drunk with the wine of her fornication and getting seduced by this spiritual seduction that is happening. This is literally third Adam 2 happening all over again right in your very face.
Hell yeah. And if you want in your face a whore of Babylon that's all doing the stuff that I can't even say it all. It was so awesome. But I'm going to have him go back and say it. And it's like, go to adamandeve.com and you make your whore of Babylon do all of the stuff that he just said and enter the code word Brentley at checkout. Get your butts installed. Okay. There we go.
As we told you 5 years ago, this was happening.
Hold on, I do want to hear that one more time. That was great. He had to have practiced this, right? Or is this just like one of those things where it's like we just say it so often that it's actually not, you don't even have to practice it anymore because you just say it so often that you kind of just practice it without realizing that you're practicing it all the time?
People are playing the mantras and the songs of the whore of Babylon in Revelation 17, and everybody's getting drunk with the wine of her fornication.
The drunk with the wine of her fornication. Now you're just doing metal lyrics, dude. It's fucking great.
And getting seduced by this spiritual seduction that is
more Cradle of Filth. Yep.
Happening. This is literally third Adam 2 happening all over again right in your very face. As we told you 5 years ago, this was happening.
In your face. Third Adam. No clue what the fuck that means. Whatever a third Adam is.
I am not a prophet. I'm just a man with some discernment, and I'm telling you how this is going to go.
God, you all think that you got the discernment, dude. Like, how do you determine your discernment? How do you discern your discernment? I really would like to know that, because if I've like heard, I mean, just who was that? Oh, the crazy lady at the beginning. Hey, Helen, how you doing? The crazy lady at the beginning. She's like, I've got discernment. I can see the reptilian humanoid eyes on that bitch, Erika Kirk. And so if you don't see that she's a lizard person, you ain't got no discernment. All right. That's what, and all y'all think you have fucking discernment, and you're discerning like mutually exclusive, crazy fucking shit.
Oh, and I understand the end times eschatology well enough to see that this is actually happening. I'm one of the guys with the technical skills and the articulate voice enough to actually put this on the internet and tell you what this is. That's all.
You are very articulate.
Tens of thousands of
for a white guy, I mean,
mourners gathering in the State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona on Sunday afternoon. Leaders in the MAGA movement, of which Kirk 31 was a central part, attended, including President Donald Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance, and a number of cabinet officials and billionaire tech executive Elon Musk. They are worshiping together. And
the billionaires, the religious people, the MAGAs, they're all like, yeah, no, you're just no shit. Yeah, they always like that. So like they're all coming together. What are you talking about? They've been together, man. What are you really?
Name of America. Oh my.
Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my stars and garters.
Many speakers invoke the notion of my goodness, come on, work with me, Paige. Many speakers invoke the notion of a revival and spoken expressly religious terms, canonizing Kirk as a co-founder of the organization Turning Point USA and describing a spiritual war in the words of Defense Secretary Peter Hesketh, in which Kirk was a fighter. The day Charlie died, the angels wept, but those tears have been turned into fire in our hearts. That is a Catholic term. The burn.
What? The tears turn into fire? Our tears and our soul turn to fire that we go and use to destroy our enemies. It does kind of sound Catholic now I think about it.
Burning heart of Mary. That's Roman Catholicism is what's being articulated right there. White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller said, and that fire burns with the righteous fury that our enemies cannot comprehend or understand. That's basically Gnosticism, the inner spark, the inner fire.
Or just, white supremacy. It just kind of has a sprinkle of that on it, at least a little bit, right?
My daughter was watching some YouTuber. He was a gamer, and she watched one video, and the guy kept saying over and over again, "Trust your fire, trust your inner fire." My daughter said, "That doesn't sound Christian." I said, "It's not. It's mystery religion. Stop watching that guy." And
what?
She just watched one video, and he said that. I was like, that was weird, but.
It's like, that doesn't sound Christian. Trust your fire. Y'all say constantly that you're on fire for the Lord, which weird thing to say, as if it's positive, because all I can ever think of is somebody just running around screaming, being on fire. And they're like, that is great. Look at that guy. You want to be like that guy. Okay. You roll around. Stop, drop, and roll. Ted, stop, drop, and roll. Does anybody have a carpet we could roll them up in or something?
This is how it works. Most, though, this website's killing me. Most, though, focus on Kirk's legacy as an avenue to usher in a way to reintroduce and redefine the political right, perhaps a new wave of MAGA. The evil murderer who took Charlie from us is expected to have a funeral today, and instead, my friends, we have a revival and celebration of Charlie Kirk. When you're Roman Catholic,
did we ever figure out like what the massive meeting of the generals was about? Was like Pete Hegseth was like saying that he's going to meet with all of like their generals and stuff. And then I was also just reading an article or not an article. It was it's on Ground News. They just kind of give you the highlights of all the articles, which is great. But it was saying that they put out an order to like quadruple the amount of missiles that we're purchasing or something. Like we got to buy more missiles. Andy just met with all the general. None of this sounds good. Has anybody got any news that beyond what I'm describing here? Have we figured out like who are we invading? And is Canada going to be okay? They do have those geese, so I think they'd actually be all right. All it takes is like one of those, and they could take out like a fleet of our soldiers. Those geese. They're serious.
Vice President who is married to a Hindu woman is saying that we are having.
Wow. And this man is married to a Hindu woman. She might as well be a witch. She might as well have. Yep. That's right. She does witchcraft, that Hindu.
A revival in a spiritual context. You better run for your ever-loving life.
What's up, Dale? Run for your ever-loving life.
J.D. Vance will probably be a good president for America, for the economy, for other things. I mean, he probably is a fully capable man, able to.
Yeah, because the economy's going so great right now. Just fucking smashing it. That is, yes.
Do the job, but J.D. Vance is going to be a man who will push the mystery agenda forward. The mystery religion agenda will be advanced by J.D. Vance.
Good one. Did you do that on purpose? I think you did with that bit. Look how proud of himself he is right here. It's like, I made that rhyme and I did it on purpose too. That's right. I'm clever. I'm articulate. I just said, remember when I said that? That was the proof.
The man is a Catholic married to a Hindu, which is going to be a broad global demonstration that Catholics and Hindus can get along and worship together in the same religion, and that religion is the mystery religion.
Wait, it would be how can the mystery religion be multiple religions? Wouldn't that not be a religion anymore? It would just be what? Multiculturalism? Is that what you're doing?
Go watch Third Adam. I'm begging you, go watch Third Adam.
I think we might have to, because this. I mean, if it's just you with the whiteboard, though, I'd rather not.
What you are seeing is a revival. Yes, I say that it is a revival. It is a revival of the Roman Rite. This is a reverse Reformation, making America Catholic.
What religion are you, dude? Like, what is your denomination? Because like, I don't even know. Like I'm like, do you just hate all denominations, or do you have one that is not evil? Look at these guys. It's like doctrine matters. I'm not going to tell you which one I believe in or anything, but it does matter to me though. So
these people are the modern day version of the Knights Templars.
Oh,
I want to show you this. This is an author that I read. And
if I know, if you know anything about that game where you go back in time is a ninja that climbs up the buildings, and you jump into the haystacks, right? The Knights Templar are bad guys. Yeah.
Bill Grady, and I want you to very interesting writer, guys. He wrote a book.
The fuck is the name of that game? the one get, you know, where they throw you could throw the knives, you got to be quiet and everything. It's kind of like Grand Theft, I mean, not Grand Theft, Snake, the Snake Plissken, not Snake Plissken, that's a different snake. The Snake Metal Gear, goddamn it,
called What Hath God Wrought, a very interesting book. He also wrote a book called How Satan Turned America Against God. I recommend those books. They're actually very good. He says, a word to the wise about the revival, literal turning point indeed. Matthew 24, the apostles asked Jesus, what shall be the signs of thy coming at the end of the world? While he listed wars and rumors of wars once, he listed deception as a total of 4 times in Matthew 24. Consequently, when the Apostle Paul warned about the perilous times of the last days, he summarized that period by stating, evil men and seducers shall be worse, deceiving and being deceived. In case anyone's interested, the spiritual giants in President Trump's cabinet and elsewhere who helped proclaim and endorse the gospel at Charlie Kirk's 5-hour memorial service, revival service, included, quote, here we go, Erika Kirk, who's Roman Catholic. By the way, we're going to decide.
We're going to list all of the different people and their religions. My God. And look, he even says Hindu wife and children in brackets here. Jesus, what the hell is wrong with this guy? My goodness.
Later, if she's still a Roman Catholic, if she goes back into Rome, I have videos of her coming out of Rome saying that she's not Catholic anymore. But if she goes back into Rome, that's a gigantic alarm that needs to go off in your soul. That's a big deal.
That's a soul alarm right there. You need to get you. And if you don't have a soul alarm, well, you need to get one installed. Okay. I know a good company gets them in there for cheap.
So we're going to put an asterisk by that. Bishop Robert Barron, Roman Catholic. Michael Knowles, Roman Catholic. Former evangelical J.D. Vance, Roman Catholic. Hindu wife and children. Marco Rubio, Roman Catholic. RFK Jr., Roman Catholic. John Radcliffe, Roman Catholic. Sergio Gore, Maltese Catholic. Jack Posobiec with his rosary, Roman Catholic. Linda McMahon.
His fucking rosary. Catholic. Yeah, you saw that one coming because of the rosary thing, right?
And Roman Catholic. Don Bongino, Roman Catholic. Lori Chavez de Remer, Roman Catholic. Kelly Loeffner, Roman Catholic. Sean Duffy, Roman Catholic.
It does make sense that there's so many Catholics, just given, how close this administration is with the Epstein stuff. It's all coming together. You know what I mean?
Tulsi Gabbard, Hindu. Pam Bondi, Christian Scientist.
Wait, what?
NAR.
Tulsi Gabbard's fucking Hindu? She's not. Is she really?
7 Mountain Mandate. Celeste Malloy, Mormon.
That lady sucks, by the way.
And Steve Wickoff, Jewish. Stephen Miller, Jewish. Lee Zeldin, Jewish. Sussy Wiles, gatekeeper to Trump. And there we go. She says Scott Besant, which is a homosexual, pink mansion in Charleston, South Carolina.
Got to throw that in there. And a gay was there. My good. Catholics and gay. What are we even doing? The world is on fucking fire right now because of the gay Catholics over here.
Carolina, and then cheered on by this is the crowd that was cheering on this whole deal. Carolyn Levitt, who's Roman Catholic, Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, Episcopalian, and
what is Candace Owens? I don't know her denomination. Where is she? Let's see. Oh my God. Am I just not being able to see it? Where the hell is, what is Candace Owens? Does anybody know? I'm actually just curious about this. This is just a consensus. This is just a consensus at this point. Pretty much the people that you support were guests at a Catholic event. That's what you're saying here. Which is kind of funny given that Charlie Kirk was not Catholic. He was a Protestant of some kind, I'm pretty sure.
By the way, he said something negative about the Jews. We'll get there in a moment. Steve Bannon, Roman Catholic. James O'Keefe, Roman Catholic. Corey Lewandowski, Roman Catholic. Megan Kelly, Roman Catholic. Janine Perino, Roman Catholic. Brett Baer, Roman Catholic. Martha McClellan, there you go. Bill.
A lot of Catholics, okay? A lot of Catholics. Get it. Yep. Are you just going to keep going? If it was, I'm going to skip ahead. It's like, still another Catholic. Can you believe this? And then there's Toby McGabana, Catholic. That's right.
Army and effeminate evangelical stuff. They're getting
Effeminate.
understand.
Oh, damn. Of course, now we're going to the good
is.
stuff. Damn it. All right.
That the church is now entering into a brand new level.
Yes, I call Fox News the good stuff. God damn it. You know, don't judge me.
Of satanic manipulation. The conservative wing of American politics is now attempting to infiltrate and harness the conservative wing of professing Christianity. What a thing. Now, I want you to understand, and I'm going to give you this. There is a revival of young men going this way. If you can see my mouse on the screen, they are getting away from these effeminate charismatic, these effeminate Methodist churches, these effeminate Salvation Army and effeminate evangelical stuff. They're getting away from all this effeminate stuff and they're trying to get more manly.
Unlike you, clearly, right? You are not in favor of that, right?
I should do a documentary on Rise of the Divine Masculine, because that's what this is in a sense. This is
because he did Rise of the Divine Feminine. That's the ending. Anyway,
the opposite of the divine feminine. People are getting away from the effeminate girly churches. They're trying to go into something that's more rigid, something that's more
girly churches, man. You walk in, looks like you're in the fucking Barbie aisle at the toy store. It's insane.
More masculine. And Greek orthodoxy is there. And just in general, the Eastern Orthodox churches are there to say, hey, you can come join us.
It's funny. Yeah. Amber said, fellas, is it gay to like femmes? Yeah, well, if you're Nick Fuentes, it is super gay to have sex with women. Apparently. I don't, don't ask. So it's confusing. I don't even know why. Anyways.
I want you to see this. This was a video that was done with Tucker Carlson, and it's called The Massive Christian Revival Following Charlie Kirk's Death. This is right on Tucker Carlson's Facebook page, the Tucker Carlson Network, as you can see there on the right. And I want you to know who this man is. This man is a man named Friar Josiah Trenum. And there's a picture of him right there. He's an Orthodox guy.
Okay.
And what this article from orthodoxbridge.com, keyword bridge, talks about this man, Friar Josiah Trenum, as a man who was a Calvinist, who crossed over into Orthodoxy. And what that means is
you better not have. Okay, what the fuck is happening?
That this man was somewhere in here in Presbyterianism, and now he's taking a step back to Rome. There is a shift.
Was he in the good spot? I'm so confused. Was he somewhere? Like he said, he was somewhere in here.
There is a.
It's like what? Like what does that mean? What do you mean somewhere in here? Like can you explain anything, dude? Like I don't even know what the hell his denomination is.
Movement. There is a current going this way, back into Roman Catholicism. And so he is described as the Calvinist who crossed over into Orthodoxy. And I want you guys to understand, just listen to what him and Tucker Carlson say. I'm going to have to put this up on the screen for copyright purposes. So just listen to these men and check this out.
Well, listen to these men. Just listen to the men. Dude, like he spelled like, it's not like saying like men spelled like M-I-E-N or something, or M-E-I-N. Men.
Together.
Why do they always add extra syllables when it comes to like the Southern accent there? It's all like damn, like, but that's not a good example. Because that everybody does that. But like boy, that is something else.
Let me turn on the sound if I can.
I've been a priest for almost 33 years. I've never seen the radical interest in faith that we're seeing right now.
What kind of faith?
I'll tell you, if I use my parish just as a
wrong kind. That's right, buddy. I'm with you there.
Little example. I have maybe, I don't know, little more than 1,000 active parishioners that are here regularly. And over the years of my ministry, I've catechized, I've instructed and prepared people for baptism, maybe 20, 30, 40, a really great year would be 40 people. I have over 200 people in catechism right now. And this is happening all across the country. People are moving towards God, moving towards faith. If this
Catholic.
continues and it translates
Catholic faith, which is the stupid, wrong, evil one.
into lives that are rooted, lives that are where faith is important, where true repentance has happened, where this quest for just biological life, as though that's somehow the sum total of value, is rejected. You know,
What? Hold on. What was that song? I'm like very confused about what?
quest for
Quest?
just biological life as the
Biological life. Just a quest for biological life.
though that's somehow the sum total of value
Like it's the sum total of value. What?
is rejected. You know, if you
It's rejected. I'm so fucking. I think he's. I guess he's trying to say like we're more than just biological life. Is that what he's saying? It's like we are more than just, you know, evolved goop, evolved planet goop. Okay, we are more than that.
So he,
Are we? Have you seen our administration? I don't think we are. I don't think we are more than just evolved goop at this point. I mean, seriously, look at our president. That dude was definitely goop at some point back in, you know.
he's going to run a rabbit trail there, but he's saying that he's never seen this in his life.
I don't really know where he's going with that. But anyway, I chose his clip. I sure did. But I don't know what he's doing with that anyway. But the point is, Catholic. That's it, you know, evil.
moving towards God, moving towards faith, if this continues and it translates 100 people in catechism right now.
What?
And this is happening all across the country. People are moving towards God.
What the fuck is a catechism? I don't know what that is. I wasn't Catholic. I was Fundie evangelical. I don't know what a catechism is. I know what an orchism is. Wait, did I just say orchism? No, that's wrong. Anyway, sorry. I was trying to say
Moving towards faith. If this
People are moving towards Rome. That's what this means.
really? That's what this means. People are moving toward Rome. Scary stuff, dude. Scary, scary stuff.
And for him to say we have almost 10, you know, what does he say? You got 200 people in there. Normally he has about 40. So, I mean, what would that be? You know, 3 or 4 times normal. That means people are taking this journey. The reverse reformation, the great reclamation is happening. And what you are seeing is a rise of a political power
that you voted for, didn't you?
And one thing I want you to know is that this is going to be the modern version of the Knights Templar.
What?
These people.
What does that mean? What did the Knights Templar do? Well, they just had a secret society and they secretly ruled the world, right? Again, that's according to that game with the ninja, with the jumping into the haystack game. They said the Knights Templar were like a secret society that controlled the kingdom or something.
Are going to want a crusade. And I'm going to tell you something. This is in the works. This is what you're seeing, and this is actually a part of this. It's growing.
Oh, they did the Crusades? Is that what I'm getting? I don't know a lot of history. Okay, I'm going to be, fully honest here. But wouldn't that be a good thing to him? These are bad crusades because they're Catholic. Because they're, if it was whatever his specific doctrine is, it would be a good crusade. But since it's a different kind of Christian evil.
Growing, it may be in the smaller side now, but it's growing. They're amongst the rise of the Roman Rite. The
ninja, Drusilla, the ninja guy. He runs on top of he runs on the buildings. He jumps. He climbs. Sometimes there's ropes. He like swings on the rope. God damn it! He throws knives, right, like that. And you got to sneak. You're sneaking. God damn it! What's the name of that game? That's just real. The Knights Templar. You're fighting the Knights Templar, and you go back in time. You hook into a machine, right? In the video game, you're in a video game, but the video game takes you back in time. You know what? Never mind. This is way too much. I don't know why I'm trying to explain this.
This is not the Republican Party.
Assassin's Creed. Thank you, Brent. Brent, God, I was gonna sit there and just keep saying like broken, fragmented sentences of details from that game.
You knew years ago. This is a new Roman right. These are not right wingers. These are Roman right wingers. Roman Catholic right
He's a
wingers.
ninja. He is a ninja, Giselle. Have you seen him? He looks pretty ninja-y. Ninjish. Ninjish. Yeah. It
The
was giving
support
you a
for
stroke.
Israel is going to diminish with these
Like
people.
burnt toast? Burnt toast?
And this crowd's going to turn on Israel.
Oh.
They very well could.
That's gonna be bad. Good. Jeez. Of course, this dude's like insane about that. I wonder if he thinks like the genocide is just a big. It's all AI. Yeah, that's right. Those TikToks are fully AI, where they're showing all that, death and destruction and everything. It's not real. It's not real. God's the good guy, and so is Israel. Shit.
Keep that in mind. Is there a Jesuit agenda here? Probably.
A
And if you
Jesuit?
don't know who the Jesuits are, they're a very interesting crowd. There is a hijacking of Turning Point USA. There's a hijacking of America, and it is being done by the mystery cults of the world.
Oh my God.
Where Roman Catholicism.
This is what I'm saying. Look, even when these fucking people get everything that they want, they're still going to be mad about it because it's not exactly their thing. It reminds me of like when religious people try to make movies for other religious people, but they're not exactly whatever it is or whatever everybody else's thing is, and everybody gets mad about it because even when they sit there and try to pander, they can't do it because everybody believes something different, and they all get mad at each other for not believing the specific exact thing that they believe. It's so stupid.
And Hinduism and other religions are uniting. And there is a brand new religion.
I don't really think that Christianity and Hinduism are uniting, other than that one union that is, the vice president couch fucking guy. It's a threesome, really. He's also married to a couch.
Forming the Roman right, the religion of MAGA.
Is it really? The religion of MAGA is Roman Catholic? I never would have thought that, just given how many evangelical pastors and stuff are MAGA. But this dude thinks like MAGA now, that is just Roman Catholic all the way down. No, it's not, man. Like, it's so evangelical, it's unbelievable. It is strange to me that there's so many Catholics that came and just, took over the evangelical kid's funeral, but whatever, I guess.
And we'll explain to you what that means in the next video. Thank you for watching.
So, Dan, how you doing, man? BJ Vance got banned from Ashley Furniture. You like that, Ashley? Oh, yeah. Hold on, I'm smearing my makeup. I'm sorry. Sometimes I cry when I have beautiful sex with my furniture. That's right.
This is the chart.
I can't do a good Vance impression. There isn't an impression, right? He just sounds, it was just like, ambiguous white guy. That's what he sounds like.
Erika Kirk Files, episode 10, The Rise of the Roman Right. It's happening right in front of your face, folks. Subscribe to this channel if you're new, and smite your like button.
Well, that was useless. What the hell was any of that? That was just, I don't like Catholics, the YouTube video. That's all that was. All right. Let me check out if we got, oh man, what did I find in mind? Let me see if we got any more. How long have we been going? Okay, 2 hours. Teaching the false rapture. Oh man, it's the puppet. The puppet's getting mad that people are saying that the rapture is going to happen. That is awesome. Millions now living will never die. What? Oh, Heritage Chat. Now that's an atheist. Why am I seeing that? I hate it when atheist stuff gets in there because they know I have other channels. That is. Let me see if we can find a short one. Mess with a little bit. Kyla Turner, full show. Michael does not hold back. Stop overreacting about the number 66. Oh, that's pretty awesome. American Revival. A special revelation from God. Oh, it's only 5 minutes. All right, here we go. I'll do a 5-minute one from this guy. Love this guy,
Hello,
man.
guys.
You know, it says brought to you by my man Cutie or something. Oh, my man Chili. That's right. Brought to you by my man Chili. What?
I've got a special revelation from God that I want to share with you that's going to change the way that a lot of you think.
Oh, good.
Here's the special revelation. It's that all special revelation.
Oh, man, he's getting meta with the special. My special revelation is that special revelations, generally speaking, are actually
From God.
from God. That's what I was going to say.
Is encapsulated by the Holy Scriptures.
Oh,
And all special revelation from God to man is not only captured within the Holy Scriptures, but it is meant for all of God's people. And it does not apply specifically to any individual.
what?
Individually.
Let's hear that again. I feel like that deserves a take too. Let's do it. Hold on.
Scriptures, but it
It
is
sounds like he's making it up as he goes. He's like, I almost feel like he's like, I feel like I'm gonna have a good revelation from God. Give me a good revelation from God. Ready? All right, my man Chili. Hit record. Okay. It's gonna come to me as I go. It's gonna come. Okay, here we go. Revelation from God. Revelations from God are, and he's just making it. That's what it sounds like.
meant for all.
Listen.
And all special revelation
All special.
from God to man is not only captured within the Holy Scriptures, but it is meant for all.
It is not only captured within the Holy Scriptures, but it is for all
of God's people.
of God's people.
And it does
Yeah.
not
Uh-oh.
apply specifically to any individual individually.
I love that so much. I just and not any single individual individually. God, that was good. That's great. Talk more, man. Okay.
Anytime you hear someone say that they have a special revelation from
Like you just did.
God about the end times, about something that's gonna happen, about who they are.
What's up, Damien and AR? How you doing, y'all? What's going on?
I suggest that you run.
What?
That's how
Wait, so your revelation from God was that you shouldn't listen to people who say they have revelations from God? I feel like you just canceled out your revelation from God, man.
false religions pop up. Like the
God,
Church
man.
of Latter-day Saints.
Oh. How do you know? Never mind. Actually, that one is fair game for them to say that it's a false religion. Like any other denomination, I'd be like, oh yeah, how do you know? But that one, it's fucking Mormons, dude. Like, how does anybody not think that shit is obviously made up nonsense?
Anytime you
I know,
maybe you're reading the scriptures and you say, oh man, this scripture is about me, specifically me. This is talking about me.
Isn't that what you're told to do?
Meaning you're putting yourself as the main character in whatever story you're reading in the scripture, account you're reading in the scripture, you think it's...
I don't think that's what people are doing, man. When they say this is about me, it's like you, oh my God, it's supposed to be. I was taught to do this at church, honestly. And in fact, when I led my little worship, no, not worship, but I led my little Bible studies, the main guy, he wouldn't show up, right? I would do the music. And so he'd be like, hey, Brantley, can you like take over and do the Bible study for me? And I was always like, what? Okay. And so my strategy was to just find a book of the Bible or wherever we were reading at. And I'd give each person a chapter and I'd be like, let's disperse, right? Let's all disperse and read the chapter that I prescribed to you, right? And I just kind of did it down the line. You get 3, you get 4, you get 5, you get chapter 7, whatever, and then I would be like, everybody go read it, and then we'll come back and then we'll go around a circle. And then we'll all talk about what it means to you. And that was like, I was very specific about that because I thought that was, at the time was a very important way to read the scriptures, right? Was like, what does this mean to me? What's going on in my life that I can get from this? You know what I mean? But it's like, he's like, that's wrong. That's not how you do it. And it honestly, it ended up working out good because that takes up a lot of time, when you do that. So it was just enough time to not have to talk the entire time. It was perfect, got me out of having to do the Bible study,
You think it's just for you?
You think it's just for you, you selfish son gun?
You better check yourself before you wreck yourself, son.
Wow. I don't think I could have made a joke, just like doing an impression. Never mind. You know what? He satirized his fucking self.
I'm not saying that obviously the scriptures apply to us all. You're going to find certain things in scripture that has a significant application to you.
Say this is cringe. Yeah. Well, whose channel do you think you're watching right now? Okay. This is Punk Apostate, all right? Which might as well be subtitle Rise of the Divine Cringe. It's just, Punk Apostate, Rise of the Divine Cringe.
At different points in your life. But it's not written about you.
What? Does anybody think that? Who are you talking to?
You're not the main character.
You sound like you've got some sort of personal qualm going on with somebody, man. You're like, you ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. That actually, God was talking to me in that verse. You son gun.
God is not speaking anything to any individual.
Because he's not real. Yeah, I actually agree with you on that. You finally got one right. Yep. God's not speaking to any individual or any group or anybody because he's not real.
That is extra biblical.
It's extra biblical, or are you saying it's outside of the Bible? Because I don't think I'm very confused. Did you know what sentence you were saying as you were saying the sentence you were saying? Hold on, let me go back. God, I do love this guy's pauses though, man. They are just something else, right? Holy shit.
God is not speaking anything to any individual. That is extra biblical.
Are you trying to rhyme right now? Is that what you're trying to do here? I don't feel like it's working. Okay.
Meaning it something that wasn't captured in the revelation from God to man in the Holy Scriptures.
What?
Sorry, guys.
How are these sentences? Like, I don't, what? Hold on.
In the revelation
That was not a coherent sentence. Like I feel like I need to say it with them now. Sorry.
individual.
I'm sorry. Individually. Yeah.
That is
Oh.
extra
Extra biblical.
biblical,
Yeah. Right.
meaning
Meaning
something that wasn't captured
something that wasn't captured
in the revelation
in the revelation
from God to man
from God to man
in the Holy Scriptures.
in the Holy Scriptures. That's not a sentence, dude. That's the you've just said that's like not even half of a sentence. That's not even a quarter of a sentence. Like that's not even a thought, man. What are you doing?
Sorry, guys. Ain't happening.
I have no idea.
But we're led astray
I'm so confused.
by men and women who claim special revelation.
He's talking about Cat Kirk. That's what that is. You know, it's like that one lady that's weird with the pink hair. Yeah, she thinks she goes back and forth to heaven. You can believe that?
In most,
So there's a factory of body parts and cows mow the lawns. Not by eating the grass. They drive the tractors. That's what she said.
cases is actually anti-Christ or anti-biblical. Female pastors,
Oh,
for instance, will claim special revelation. The Lord called them to preach, revealed to them that they are to go out and preach the word. Well,
not allowed.
sorry. That revelation.
You got a vaginas, okay? And we know that if you got the vaginas, you can't be teaching God's word. Okay, they're not compatible. All right, vaginas and God's word are not compatible.
If you are a female pastor,
I don't know why he's drunk all of a sudden, but that's
the revelation that you heard to become a pastor was not from God. It's probably from, you might have heard that.
What?
But you've been deceived. It's just one case, okay?
Oh, okay. Well, if it's just the one, then I guess it's.
We lead ourselves astray by thinking certain things in the Bible. I'm telling you, man, people do this.
What?
That's me the Bible's talking about. I'm different. I'm special.
Is he really going to go? Nobody's special, all right? Okay? You're not special. You're mundane, okay? You kind of suck, really. You're below average, if I'm really being honest here, okay? You're not even that good at doing normal stuff, okay? I think God's talking about you with your special revelation. Shut the fuck up, okay? God don't give you no special revelation. He gives you just like regular mundane revelations, okay?
God is talking to me, telling me something, some piece of knowledge that isn't available to the rest of his people. Sometimes we need a sanity check.
Not sometimes. Definitely more than sometimes. Most times. Really all the time, honestly, if we're talking about Christians here.
Maybe this is yours today.
You got me.
Y'all know the deal. Get you a hat, get you a t-shirt, keep my man Chili in the dungeon. I'll keep these truck talks coming. Enough said.
Keep my man Chili. See what I'm talking about? You always call him the man Chili. Anyway. Well, thanks for hanging out. This was fun. And if you want to play with stuff hanging out, you can go to adamandeve.com. Enter that code word Brantley. That's right. Written in purple right there on the screen. It almost kind of looks like it's popping out from the screen because the stuff behind it's slightly blurry. And that's meant to kind of make it look like it's coming out at you if you are, in fact, on some LSD. Now, if you want to hit that like button, I'd appreciate it. Please. It really does help the algorithm there. And But seriously, go to adamandeve.com, enter that code word Brantley at checkout, get 50% off almost any one item, 6 free movies, 3 free gifts, and free shipping on the whole order. Go to adamandeve.com, enter that code word Brantley. Okay, that's right. And if you want to support the show, you can support us by supporting our sponsor, adamandeve.com. Or you can do a bunch of other shit, right? You can become a patron at patreon.com/Apostate. You can do a one-time payment on Cash App. Our cash tag is Apostate. You can become a member by hitting that join button, and you get a bunch of extra shit, including, you get a bunch of extra live streams and stuff too, because a lot of these go to members only after they're done being live. So if you don't catch it live, you might not be able to watch it. And some of them are really good too. I tell you, we had one about witches casting spells on Charlie. It was crazy. Anyway, and apparently it worked. And then the prayers for him didn't work. It's crazy. The devil magic completely just knocked the Jesus magic out of the water. Anyway, yeah, you become a member, you can have access to that live stream, unless of course you saw it live, which you could have seen it live. Anyway, if you want to email me at punkapostate@gmail.com, go ahead and do that. Join our Discord. The link is below. And follow me on all the socials. All the links are below. But hey, the main thing is to stay logical, loving, skeptical, and compassionate. And we will see you next time.